Hi, I want to talk a little bit about fat versus sugar, okay? So, I'm sure some of you have at some point in your lives bought fat-free foods, and you've done that because you thought it was good for you to do it. You were doing your body a favor, making the healthy option, okay? I mean, fat-free and good health is kind of almost interlinked. It's burned into our mind. That's happened because marketers have spent many billions of dollars, putting out messages that fat-free means healthy. And whenever you go into a supermarket or store, if you go to the health food section or the health section, there you find all the fat-free products. But I'm here today to tell you that fat-free, okay, and healthy, product has had its fat removed. That does not make it healthy, and the chances are it's actually incredibly unhealthy. And I'll tell you how all that came to be. We'll start off just by explaining that fats in and of themselves, natural fats, are actually very good for you. So nuts, seeds, avocados, fish, that kind of thing, they are not just like a nice to have, they're an essential part of a healthy diet. Fats are good for things like insulation of organs, brain function, assimilation of vitamins, they help to produce hormones. You need fats, okay? What you don't need are man-made fats. When you put hydrogen in presence of a metal element, okay, you create what's called a trans fat, which is a fat that stays solid at room temperature. So in things like biscuits, cakes, margarines, you get those trans fats. Now those fuckers, they're the ones that have been linked with heart disease and diabetes. Those are the ones you need to avoid. But when we went fat-free nuts, we didn't make that distinction. We just attacked the whole category of fat. Who attacked the category of fat? Well, started in America, in the Senate, a guy stood up, he said, look, we're all dying, we're all getting heart disease, we're all getting fat. We need to limit the amount of fat in our diet in order to get healthy. And they bought it. The government started pushing it, and they were backed up by the food company who saw the opportunity to make a new food category, the fat-free food. So basically, food engineers went out and then basically took all of the fat out of food. And what that did was they created an entirely new food category called fat-free foods. And one problem with that was that if you take away the fat, you're essentially removing all of the flavor. Now, park that idea for a second, the idea of a food with its fat removed, and nip across the other side of the world out to the Far East, the land of the rising sun. In a laboratory, a load of Japanese guys came up with a way of making sugar from corn, or extracting a sugar substance from corn. It's called high fructose corn syrup, okay? Now, why that was a game changer was because until that point, sugar had been effing expensive. It used to come from beets and cane, those were the raw materials. Due to governmental tariffs and import tariffs and stuff, those products, the prices were sky high, so the price of sugar was sky high. It was a luxury product. And when these clever Japanese guys came along and said, we will get the sugar from the cane, suddenly the sweet stuff came out of a product that was incredibly plentiful, corn, okay? So the price of sugar went like this. Suddenly, you had a load of cheap sugar. Now, pick that parked idea back up. You have a country or the biggest food market in the world that are saying we need to take the fat out of our food. Problem being, when you take fat out, you remove the flavor. You suddenly have this incredibly cheap additive that is very flavorful, sugar. Can you see what happened? That's right. They basically dumped a load of sugar into the food to replace the flavor that the fat had taken away. Okay? And that is the story of fat-free products. And if you think about it, it is a crime, because what they've done, or what the food companies have done, they've taken the healthy part of the food away, the fat, removed the healthy part that benefits your health, and they've put in a substance that does nothing for you whatsoever, that when eaten in excess is incredibly bad for you. It's been linked to all sorts of health problems. It does no health benefits whatsoever. And then the resulting mess, the processed mess, they've then slapped a massive sticker on saying, fat, healthy food. This is the healthy option. And that is a crime. We've been duped for decades. We've been eating fat-free foods thinking it was healthy. It's not. It's unhealthy. And it's an absolute disgrace. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm sure you'll see me again very soon. Have a great day.